Chain Drug Review, and Mass Market Retailers Video Forum. Brought to you by the Emerson Group.
Hello everyone, I'm Jeffrey Wolt, Editor-in-Chief of Retail Media IQ. Welcome to our video forum. Today we're going to bring you the second half of our discussion with Justin Honaman, Head of Retail, Restaurants, and Consumer Goods at Amazon Web Services. What do you see agentic AI doing to the shape of retailing as we understand it today? How's it going to change the environment?
Well, I mean, I mentioned the earlier example of what we showed this week at the NRF show, which was, taking things like the product innovation process and moving that quickly, scaling it from months down to days and weeks. I mean, so certainly that's interesting. I think also, the way that consumers or shoppers are searching for product has shifted just the last couple of months. I mean, you saw at the end of last year a lot of swirl and excitement of retailers trying to make sure they weren't going to be left out for customers that were starting their search on non-traditional search platforms. So for those that know search engine optimization now, it is called AEO, answer engine optimization. And so, I mean, what that means when an agent goes out and looks for a product for you, like let's say you like my vest here, it's not looking at the colors and the personalization on your website. It's looking at the data, right? It's searching in a different type of way for product, and allowing you to potentially transact that on that platform. Mm-hmm. So, who owns the customer at that point? Does the search, app, or does the retailer own that relationship? I think there's open questions there. On Amazon, we launched Buy For Me. So if you search for a product and it's not there, our search engine goes out and looks for that product, brings it back, allows you to execute the transaction, or using Shop Direct, will just hand you over to the retailer. But there's so much change and dynamic movement right now in the world of search that retailers do need to be leaning in on this. So there's two different types of search. One is on-site search. So once a person's on your site, how are you making it better, more rich, connecting for the customer? But also, I'll call it off-site search. So where a consumer or shopper starts their shopping experience like on a Perplexity and is looking for product. And that agent that way of searching is looking across platforms. Mm-hmm. From a consumer goods perspective, hey, how are you going to make sure that you're discoverable? And so, and same for the retailer. So discoverability is a hot topic right now as well, because nobody wants to be left out of the search results when you think about using a platform like that.
I mean, it seems to me that this technology could possibly disintermediate the retailer, that someone who wants a product could go directly to a CPG company through ChatGPT or Perplexity or whatever platform you want to talk about.
It's changing so quickly that I think it's something that needs to be top of mind right now with retailers and CPG brands. Yet another example where AI is not just an IT thing. I mean, what you just shared is potential change to commercial framework, commercial operations of a business. And as I shared on another call I did earlier this week, the brands and retailers were the leadership teams leaning into this and know this is not an IT project, are the ones that are winning and going to win. And I think that's really important right now.
Right now, all the talk is AI, agentic AI. What do you see in the future? What's going to be next on the horizon after we've digested the agentic AI revolution?
I don't think they'll be just ingesting it. It will evolve into the next thing. There will be continued investments in tech. You've already seen that early this year. Into for us, there's three levels. There's the kind of the base level where chips and core, I'll say enablement. The middle level, which are like models, access to large language models and foundation models, and what we have our solutions called Bedrock. And then the application level, which is things that are built on top. So, I mentioned Amazon Connect. That would be an example of a service or an application on top, and many others that run their business, for example, on AWS. So that ecosystem is going to continue to evolve and shift quickly. You will definitely see by this time next year, we already showed some examples of agentic commerce in action, but the questions will be, okay, every one of the briefings we have this year where customers want to talk about AI will be like, where are other people doing it? And how are they doing it? And should we be doing it the same way? And also, they'll be asking about operating model. So what's the op model for success? What's the structure we should be thinking about? And it will be different for that 200 or 300 store retailer with the limited resources versus some of the larger brands. So those things are top of mind. Another area that's top of mind is cybersecurity. So for us, for example, at NRF, you saw we had Forder in our booth. They're known for fraud intelligence and identity intelligence, fraud protection. And that, it seems like cybersecurity gets pushed down the list, but should be near top of the list, especially as these models get stronger, more accurate, and just abilities continue to grow.
Leave AWS aside for a moment. We talked about whatever it was, 1,000 companies at NRF, all of them telling you they've got all the answers when it comes to tech and AI. How would you advise a retailer or CPG company to try and sort through this the myriad options they have?
Show me. Mm-hmm. So if you, these CIOs, and I have so many friends in CIOs, they're getting calls every day, right, and reach outs. But if you were at NRF or you were considering a partner, I'd say, love the marketing, show me it's real. Is this? And I actually met one of our customers this week. Said he was like, "Is this PowerPoint or is it real?" Because so much of those events is vision casting, what could be, or presenting what might be, or what we're working on, or whatnot. But for us, we brought what's real. Like there were so many. You saw this. There were so many examples. I'll call them demos, but like really. That there's too many to show you in the time we had, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. So if I were a customer, I'd say, looks interesting, show me, is it real and who's using it? Mm-hmm. Retail ad service, is it real now? It's been a year. Yeah, in fact, here, let me show you on Macy. You know what I mean? Like the agents, is this real? Yeah. And look, you can see what they're doing. Remember we showed that on the product development piece. I think that's the main thing that you've got. There's a lot of people talking about it. Everyone has made themselves into an AI organization for market cap purposes and investment purposes. But when it comes down to solutions, it's like, show me it's real. And for me, the way I do that is, let me introduce you to my customers that are doing it with me. Let me introduce you to our customer advisory board in retail and in consumer goods. Like, talk to them. And that's why we create environments for customers to connect, so they can not only get to know each other and network, but they can say, okay. Yeah, not only is it real, but these guys are right in the middle of it.
Well, people will be busy and you'll be busy. We really appreciate taking the time to talk with us, Justin. And
always enjoy it.
Okay, thank you so much.
I appreciate it.